Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? We got some news to talk about tonight. We got Juan Soto news. We got some Shohei Ohtani news. Ooh, what do we got here? Andrew Benintendi. Do the Yankees really want Andrew Benintendi? We got a little update on Luis Castillo. Let's get to it. And good evening, baseball fans. Hello. 273 people to start things off. My goodness, you guys are looking for the news tonight. What is going on, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Juan Soto, Shohei Ohtani, Andrew Benintendi, Luis Castillo. We're going to take a look around the league, see what's going on. Usually I'm doing power rankings on Sunday nights. Sometimes I do it Monday nights as well. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I was out all day today. I was not home today. I didn't get home tonight until, I don't know, hour and a half ago. Usually with my power rankings, I got to set up at least a couple hours. I got to get my notes down. I got to check the numbers. I got to see where my rankings are at. I just had no time for it today. I don't think I've even come home I left this morning around, I don't know, like 9:30 in the morning, and then and I just basically got home like an hour and a half ago. So apologies for the power rankings. I tried getting home a little sooner. I just wasn't able to, so I apologize for that. If I can tomorrow, I'm gonna try and do the power rankings tomorrow. If not, they'll just be back next week, but I will shoot for it tomorrow night. But it might be a little hairy because there could be some news. I mean, especially we're closing in on around 1 week until the deadline. That's when the news starts to pick up. And hey, there is some news to talk about for tonight as well. So we do have a couple of super chats in here before I do move on. I had one earlier. Where the heck did that super chat go? Hold on one second here. I see the one here right now from Michael Yench, $5 super chat. Ohtani and Soto will become Padres. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they have enough for both. They don't got enough for both. They could get one or the other, but they're not going to be able to get both. But could you imagine Ohtani and Soto somehow, some way in the same lineup? I mean, my goodness, what the heck are we even doing here? I know we had another super chat earlier. I could have sworn I saw it, but now I'm not seeing it in the chat. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hold on a second. Here we go. Oh, it's from Michael Yench as well. The Giants are done. They need to sell. They got swept this weekend while my Padres beat the Mets this weekend and overall this year. Yeah, we got some teams out here that are starting to free fall. Usually around this time of the year, we always start to see some teams kind of revealing who they are. My Red Sox are a perfect example right now. I'd be shocked if we start adding some guys like Luis Castillo. I'd just be completely shocked at this point. Michael Yench, thank you for the couple of super chats. Before I do get started, everyone, if you are new to the channel, my goodness, we are closing in on a milestone right now. We are in milestone territory as we speak. We are 27 subscribers away from 25,000 subscribers. Gonna be honest with all of you, I never thought I would ever get to that point. Never thought that we as a community would ever get to 25K. We are so close. So if you are new, do consider subscribing down below. Everyone, hit that like button for me. The like goal for tonight, I would like to have 150 likes. If you can get to 150, I will be a happy boy. Hit the bell notification. That way you get notifications every time I go live or I upload a video. We're getting into the busy time of the summer, so definitely hit the bell and also share the stream if you can. Don't forget, we are partners with SeatGeek. Use my code HYDE. You get $20 off your first purchase. If you're looking to go to a game from now until the end of the year, go check out SeatGeek. See if you can go find yourself some good seats and use my code HYDE. You get $20 off. Don't forget, we are also partners with Prize Picks. If you are a little tired of using FanDuel, DraftKings, go check out Prize Picks. You play over-unders. You're playing against the system. You're not playing against other people. Go see if you can beat the over-unders. If you use my code GINGER, they will give you a 100% deposit match. So if you deposit $20, they will give you $20. It's a pretty solid deal if you ask me. So, everyone, let's get to it here. We got a lot to talk about here. I'm going to try to probably limit this, I don't know, maybe around under an hour. That's the goal for tonight. I'm very tired right now, man. I am running on fumes, but I got a little bit of a jolt of energy going live tonight. And so let's try to keep this under an hour. We have a lot to talk about tonight. So let's just get an updated look at the standings really quick here. We got the music on here. Let's see. All right, so let's go. Here we go. So in the AL East, the Yankees winning today. Aaron Judge hitting some more bombs today for the Yankees. We got the Blue Jays. They are red hot right now, winning 6 straight games. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Hey, ever since getting rid of Charlie Montoyo, that's one of the storylines for this year. Managers getting fired and teams doing better. Out of the 3 teams, so far, you got 2 of them who have been playing better ever since their manager has been dismissed. Tampa Bay, they've lost 2 straight, but 7-3 in their last 10. They're looking pretty good. But my Red Sox are just absolutely free-falling right now. Taking a look at the wild card race, my Red Sox, my goodness, they were right there as the first wild card at one point. It is absolutely crazy to see where my Red Sox are right now. They've lost 5 straight games, just got swept by the Blue Jays. At this point, you got to be looking to trade Bogarts. I would even consider Rafael Devers deals. If you're not going to sign Rafael Devers, you got to look into what trades could be out there for him. He could bring you in a pretty good package. Got guys like Nathan Eovaldi as well. Another super chat coming in from Michael Yanks. You are a beast tonight, my friend. In other news, Tatis should be back on my birthday. Definitely Tatis, man, is going to be a big lift for that Padres team. I think he's going to bring some energy to that team, and obviously a great bat as well. Jarvis Henley, we got a super chat coming in from him as well. Jason Dominguez, Trey Sweeney, and Josh Bowe were taken out of their game today. Do you think the Yankees are about to make a big trade? It's always possible. Every time players get taken out, sometimes it could just be routine. Sometimes, guys are given a certain amount of innings for that certain game, whatever they're playing. It's very possible it could just be a procedural kind of a thing. I wouldn't look into it. I mean, you really can't look into anything too much unless you got to wait for the news. That's really all you can count on. It's definitely something possibly. Jason Dominguez, he has been included in a lot of trade proposals. This is a guy that has lost a lot of value. A lot of Yankee fans, they love Jason Dominguez, obviously. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of potential. But the fact of the matter is, Jason Dominguez has lost a lot of value over the last couple of years. He's no longer this top prospect. I still think he can have a very good career, but his value has definitely taken a hit. Trey Sweeney, Josh Bowe out of the game today as well. It's very possible. We're going to talk about the Yankees in here just in a little bit. So we'll talk about that story here shortly. Jarvis Henley, thank you so much. Simply Fog with a $5 super chat. A lot of talk about Happ, Contreras, and Robertson, or a lot of talk about where Happ, Contreras, and Robertson are going. Where do you think? Padres, Mets, Yanks. Contreras is an interesting one. I honestly could see him just staying with the Cubs and possibly signing an extension. Not very often you see catchers get traded in the season. There's a lot of work that goes into being a catcher, learning your pitchers. So you don't see it very much. I honestly wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it if Contreras ended up staying with the Cubs. As for Happ, any team that could use some sort of a bat, I think the Padres would be a great fit for him. Robertson, I mean, really, any team out there. Any team could add a reliever. Any contending team could add a reliever. At one point, I thought my Red Sox would be a good fit for him, but he could go anywhere. I mean, Robertson's kind of one of those guys where he doesn't cost a whole lot. He's not going to cost you really any prospects at all. Maybe one okay prospect or maybe like a couple of decent ones. But Robertson is going to be an absolute bidding war by the deadline. But yeah, I like Happ for a team possibly like the Padres who have had injuries. Maybe even a team like the Rays who have had some injuries. So I like Ian Happ for a lot of teams out there. Robertson, I don't know. I mean, if I'm on Fangraphs right now, let me go to the reliever rankings. Taking a look here. Going to the team pitching leaderboards when it comes to the relievers. I mean, Minnesota definitely could use a bullpen arm. Honestly, Toronto would be a really good fit for him. That's a team that has had some struggles at the back end of their bullpen this year. Definitely could see that. At one point, my Red Sox looked like a pretty good spot. I don't know about that anymore. Maybe Seattle, something like that. If they wanted to beef up that bullpen just a little bit more, I could definitely see that as well. Any team in this bottom half, or you got some teams up here where you could maybe strengthen that bullpen. The Yankees, they just lost Michael King. Could the Yankees maybe entertain some talks of bringing David Robertson back to the Bronx? I could possibly see that. Atlanta, maybe they wanted to add yet another arm to that bullpen. I could see something like that as well. We got a lot of super chats coming in tonight. I really do appreciate this. Glenn Burhorst, your percentage chance of Soto to St. Louis, or I should say, do you think that's where he lands? When me and John Bitzer of Baseball Trade Values were talking this past Wednesday night, we both agreed that when it comes to the St. Louis Cardinals, I'm going to talk about the Cardinals Soto story, and that would be my first story. You know what? Let's actually make that the segue. Let's make that the segue for tonight's first story of the night. So, start off with Juan Soto here. Okay, we've been talking about Juan Soto until we're blue in the face. If I made one more video about Juan Soto, I think people might explode. I feel like, but hey, you've never seen a player like this, the caliber of a player like this on the market during this time. And we've seen some big-time players on the market, Alex Rodriguez, Miguel Cabrera. We have seen those guys on the trade market in the offseason. We've never seen a guy like this at the trade deadline. We've never seen it. So to me, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of making videos. I'm going to talk about putting him in my streams because we've never seen anything like this. So, but for Juan Soto, the Cardinals right now are believed to be emerging as the front runner for Juan Soto's services. And I'm going to tell you why. I was talking the other night with John Bitzer of Baseball Trade Values, our weekly show on Wednesday night. When you look at everything involved, when you look at the Cardinals prospects, they have a nice selection of prospects as well as major league ready players as well. Dylan Carlson being the main major league piece. You got prospects there as well. You got guys like Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, maybe even someone like a Michael McGreevy could go in there as well. The Cardinals have just the right blend of players to send back to the Nationals. But also, they have shown a willingness to spend money in the past. Giancarlo Stanton, they were willing to take on that huge contract. They have made trades in the past. Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. They have made those kind of deals. They've never made a deal to this level where they have to almost practically empty out all of their top prospects. Nolan Arenado, they didn't have to give up a ton of prospects. Paul Goldschmidt, yeah, they had to give up a pretty decent package, but they've never had to give up a kind of package like this. Let's just make that clear first and foremost. So the Cardinals, they have that nice balance of where they seem to just be a really nice fit for him. Now the question is, do the Nationals want that package of possibly a Dylan Carlson? Those two, Dylan Carlson, Jordan Walker, are going to be in that deal. I would be shocked if there were a trade to happen if those two weren't in that deal. Or to me, I'd be shocked if both of them weren't in it, because those two, their values are just absolutely insane. Let's pull up the simulator here. Baseball Trade Values, the best baseball trade simulator out there, arguably the best trade simulator in all of sports out here as well. Can of Corn, just subscribe. What's going on? We are getting closer to 25,000 subscribers. We are drawing closer. Oh my. We are getting very close, everyone. We might hit a milestone tonight. We might hit a milestone. 25,000. That's a fourth of 100K. To me, that's a pretty cool milestone. But let's get to it. Cardinals, Nationals. Let's set up a trade here. So, like I'm saying here, you got a couple of Carlson right away, Walker right away. Those two guys just close so much gap just with those two. And then if I put Soto in, he's right around $175 million worth of value, 176.8 to be exact. I mean, these two players alone, they just close so much gap. And the one thing the Cardinals, they can do is they could trade for Soto and they wouldn't even have to take Corbin. Now, I would imagine the Nationals would like to possibly get Corbin off of that payroll if they had a chance to. So I could, and honestly, the Cardinals, if you're really looking at it, the Cardinals, I feel like they could maybe use some starting pitching depth. I don't think it would be such a bad thing to add someone like Corbin to this rotation. As of right now, you're running on fumes here. You got Wainwright, Miles Michaelis, and then Palante. And then if you're looking at the IL right now, Dakota Hudson has a strained neck. Steven Matz has a torn MCL. Flaherty, who knows whatever is going on with Flaherty. Michael Yank, Mets are blowing it. What's going on with the New York Mets right now? Mets up 8-4 in the top of the ninth. Pretty good game on tonight. But Michael Yank, thank you so much for yet another $5 super chat. You are supporting the show like a beast tonight. So these two players alone, I mean, sure, you could put Corbin in this deal. Maybe the Nationals send over a little bit of money, but right now, if you just wanted to do Soto and you don't have Corbin in this deal, you could do it. So going back to the Cardinals here, we could throw in Mason Wynn, and right there, you got three players. The Carlson is the big piece. That's the key piece here. You're basically swapping young outfielders, but I think we can all agree. Dylan Carlson, very nice player, going to be a really solid player, but Juan Soto is Juan Soto. He's just out of his mind. And then you got a great prospect like Jordan Walker. And the good thing about Jordan Walker, why, yet again, it makes the Cardinals such a nice fit for a Juan Soto trade, is that Walker's blocked. You got Nolan Arenado in there for however many more years. And if you wanted to move him over to first base, you got Paul Goldschmidt over there. So where are you really going to play him? Maybe move him to left? Well, you got Tyler O'Neill out there. So where is Walker really going to play? Sure, you have the designated hitter, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you have a chance to add someone like a Juan Soto, I mean, I'm parting with Jordan Walker all day, every day, a 23-year-old outfielder. I mean, come on. Jimmy Productions, $4.99 Nationals 2024 World Series champions after we trade Juan Soto. The last we lost a superstar, we won the World Series. I mean, I think, honestly, I really do think, I think trading Juan Soto is the best move for the Nationals. I really do. Their farm system is one of the worst in baseball right now. If you're able to add some talent to that farm system, give you a little more beef there, I think that's what the Nationals need to do. I mean, they got their World Series in 2019, Juan Soto helping them win that. It's crazy. I would love for them to be able to sign him long term. But to me, I think the Nationals need to do it. Cody Ambrosio, I think I'm saying that right. Trading Devers should not be a conversation. Let's say they sell off the pending unrestricted free agents. That's $70 million gone. This is not Tampa Bay North. Go back and look at the top prospects from each year. 20% actually pan out. I agree with you. You definitely make a great point. I would not want to trade Devers. But to me, I'm just saying from my point of view, if the Red Sox are not going to sign him, I think they should sign him. That's a no-brainer to me. I think they should sign him to an extension. I don't know what the heck they're doing, but if they're $100 million apart, my first piece of advice for the Red Sox is, can you please just sign this guy? Like, what are we talking about here? But if you're not going to, well, then you need to take advantage of the value as soon as you can. Because right now, you're in a situation where, with Rafael Devers, you are looking at 1.5 more years of control. If you could take advantage of that now, that would really bring back a decent package. Of course, you could wait until the offseason. That was kind of what Mookie Betts was going through. He had one more season of control. And the Red Sox made the move. So you could just wait until the offseason. They did it with Mookie Betts. But you would get more value now for Devers. The further away he is from free agency, the more value he's going to have. Half a season, possibly the playoffs for a contending team. If you're going to trade him, Or if you're not going to sign him, I think you should look to trade him now. You could wait, but that's what I'm thinking here. I think you should sign the guy long term. I absolutely think that. I absolutely think it. Oh, everyone, we did it. 25,000 subscribers. Man, that is crazy to look at, man. That's nuts. Hey, man, 25K, man. That's crazy. Thank you, everyone. That's cool. Man, that's really cool. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. Jimmy Productions. Devers reminds me of Juan Soto. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's that prolific of a hitter. Juan Soto he's like a unicorn. I would rather have, if I had a choice between the two, I'm going Soto every day. The on-base skills, just incredible. Devers is a crazy good hitter. Like, it is nuts what Devers can do with that bat. The one thing with Devers, and sorry, I know we're talking about the Cardinals right now. With Devers, the one thing the Red Sox are holding back on is that they see him as a long-term possible, like, first baseman designated hitter. They don't see him as a long-term third baseman, and that's where they're holding up on it. Brendan DH, $10 super chat. What's going on? John Henry, who owns the Red Sox, didn't sign anyone at Liverpool, so that makes me think he might be saving up for trading and signing Soto. Congrats on 25K. My goodness, Brendan, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. I wonder, I feel like, I mean, it's possible. I feel like it's too, I don't know. Does that stuff intertwine? I don't know. Like, when you have I guess, sure. Yeah, I guess that works, right? However much money they have, I guess. But yeah, dude, if the Red Sox got Juan Soto, I would rip my pants off and I would run outside. I would do cartwheels. I would start screaming at the top of my lungs. I would go absolutely insane if the Red Sox got Juan Soto. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But, hey, man, I appreciate the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Man, if the Red Sox got him, I would be stoked. But the Cardinals, once again, getting back to the story, I never actually talked about the story here. So, the St. Louis Cardinals, this is on the New York Post, by the way. This is written by John Heyman and Joel Sherman. The St. Louis Cardinals, who have a bevy of highly regarded young players, are viewed by rivals as a potential front-runner to land Juan Soto. Nats people are declining comment for that for now, though one NL executive said about the Cardinals' chances here, good farm system. So, yeah, makes sense. Joe Girardi hater, $1.99. Congrats on, I think you meant to put 25K. 25K, congrats. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Much appreciated. Joe Girardi hater, man. You're awesome, man. Always coming out to the show. Jimmy Productions. I could see Xander Bogaerts as a good fit for the Cardinals or the Giants. I wonder, where could Xander Bogaerts go? I wonder where he could go, because to me at this point, the Red Sox are just free-falling at this point. Who could use some shortstop help? Let's go take a look. Which teams right now are lacking at the shortstop position? So if we're looking right now, I mean, Nationals, bottom of the barrel. Giants, possibly. Where are the Giants right now? They're 2 games back. If you're looking at the Giants, let's pull them up. Let's see here. So, I believe Crawford is on the IL, right? Yeah, so he's got something wrong with his knee. Crawford's just been having a down season. Joe Girardi hater, 25K I meant. Joe Girardi hater coming through. Appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you. Everyone, once again, I appreciate everyone helping us get to 25K. The channel, in the last week or so, we've gained around like 2,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are going crazy with the super chats. Cody, Heim got bad value for Mookie and Benintendi. That's my concern. Keep proving talent. Trade JD. Nathan Vasquez, though. Congrats on 25K. Yeah, you make a good point. I think for Mookie, I think the reason the value wasn't as good as you think it was because, once again, he was 1 year away until free agency. So that's why his value wasn't as high. I believe his value went down to around, I'm trying to think back to the time. I think it was around, like 35 or like 40 million. I can't fully remember the value. It wasn't extremely high. I think Jeter Downs was worth around like 25 million, and then Verdugo was, I don't know, I can't remember, man. I'd have to pull up a trade. It would take forever to go dig for it. But back to the super chat that we got earlier from, who was that again? I'm sorry, I'm going blank. Jimmy Productions, Xander Bogaerts. So yeah, the Giants possibly. You know, you did something similar last year with Chris Bryant, where Xander Bogaerts is basically going to be a rental. He's going to opt for free agency. So it's very possible that the Giants could go after him. Could maybe the Phillies, who haven't gotten a lot of offense at the shortstop position, could you see the Phillies possibly go after him? You're going to get Harper back eventually. Let's see what's going on right now with the Phillies shortstop situation. I mean, right now you got Didi Gregorius, but as of right now with Didi, he is, I mean, yeah, you could definitely use an upgrade here. I think he was hurt at one point. I think I forget what happened with him. He got hurt at one point. I can't fully remember what was going on. But you could make an upgrade at shortstop for the Phillies. And I think this Phillies team is really good. I think they're pretty underrated as of right now, the Phillies. They have been slumping lately. I will say that. So I proceed with caution there. But I do think it is a good team. You have good starting pitching, good bats. But I feel like a bat like Xander Bogaerts right now would actually be really good for them. Give them a little bit of a spark. Give them a little bit of a boost. I could see the Phillies being a nice fit. But let's move on. Juan Soto again. The Cardinals are looking like the favorites. And like I said here, I have 3 players pulled up that could get a deal done for a Juan Soto. If I were to pull up here, the Cardinals top prospects. So, all right, we got 600 people in the chat. I appreciate everyone stopping on by tonight. But yeah, I mean, obviously you're giving up a few really good prospects here. You're also hanging on to Liberatore in this situation and Herrera. So Walker and Wynn would be going here. And then you could throw in, you know, you could, if you're about, what, 10 million apart in value, you wouldn't even have to give up McGreevy. You could probably give up a couple of lower ones. Like maybe like Baez could go back to the Nationals. That could be a really good get for them. And he's around 4.5 million of value. And then maybe you could, I don't know, send back someone like Meja. Meja right now is their number 11. So you could do a deal of Dylan Carlson, your number 1 prospect, Jordan Walker, your number 4 in Mason Wynn. You could do your number 6 in Joshua Baez, and you can do your number 11 in Jonathan Mejia. And if you take a look at the total package, I mean, you're right there. I mean, maybe if you don't want Baez, maybe you could throw in a pitching prospect here. I did mention McGreevy. You know, maybe you could do Love and another guy instead. I mean, there's a whole, but the Cardinals are really in a nice position here for Juan Soto. I mean, because they got 2 guys in Carlson and Walker and Wynn that close the gap extremely. So I completely buy this. I do think, again, according to John Heyman and Joel Sherman, the Cardinals are the potential front runner. They just make the most sense because when you really look at it, every other team has a bit of a question mark. The Mets, there's a question mark being in the division. Francisco Alvarez is their top trade piece. The Nationals already have Kyber Ruiz, so do the Nationals really want that? Same thing with the Blue Jays. You got Gabriel Moreno. Same thing with the Dodgers. You know, you got Diego Cartaya. Do you want a top catching prospect? So the Cardinals have just like a nice blend of prospects and a good young outfielder as well. Jimmy Productions, $5 super chat. Do you think Juan Soto will be traded next weekend? Fun fact, the Nationals play the Cardinals next Friday. Could you imagine? Oh, I didn't notice that. Could you imagine Juan Soto gets traded during that series and then just heads on over to the dugout? Oh my. Oh, please make it happen. Can we please have it happen? Oh, we need that to happen. Thank you, Jimmy Productions. Yushen Lin, hello. Instead, empty the farm for Soto. Cashman can empty the farm for Ian Happ. Robertson from the Cubs. That'd be a nice package together. Happ and Robertson, I agree with that. That could be really nice. I'm surprised you're not seeing the Yankees a little more in on someone like Ian Happ. We're going to talk about another left fielder here in a little bit. You got Castillo from the Reds. Reynolds, Bednar, for are on the Pirates. Now, I don't think Reynolds and Bednar are going anywhere. I think the Pirates are going to hang on to those guys. I think the Pirates are a lot closer to competing than you would think. They have some good players over there. So I think the Pirates, they're not going to get rid of those guys. I definitely could see a package of Happ and Robertson going together in a deal. You could go separate as well. So that's possible. I do think the Yankees need to go after Castillo. Will they do it? I don't know. It's the Yankees. There's so many things that they should do, and they end up not doing it. But, dude, this Yankees team, oh, my goodness. Make the moves, Make the moves. You can go make the moves, man. But, Yushen Lin, thank you so much for the $5 Super Chat. Really do appreciate you. So, again, that is what's going on with Juan Soto right now. Could you have some other teams jump in on this? Absolutely. I don't think the Yankees are actually a great trade partner for Juan Soto. I don't think they match up very well in terms of prospects. I think the Yankees can go make other deals, but I think the Yankees are going to be too far apart in a Juan Soto deal. You got Anthony Volpe there, but you got some other guys. You got Waldichuk there, but I don't think you're going to be able to make up that difference for Juan Soto if you're the New York Yankees. The Red Sox could do it, but they won't. So, to me, the Cardinals make the most sense. Dodgers, Mets absolutely could always get involved because of the money that they have. But then again, there's some other teams out there. It's like, I don't know. Or could they be motivated to get this guy so he won't go somewhere else? It's very possible as well. Jimmy Productions, $1.99. When are you going to be doing power rankings? If I have time for tomorrow, I'm going to try and do it for tomorrow night. Be on the lookout for that. I would usually do my power rankings on Sunday, but I just got home so late tonight. I had no time to set up for the power rankings tonight, so I apologize about that. Usually Sunday night is power rankings, so but I'm exhausted. I had a long day today. I was out and about all day today, so look for tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll just bring it back next week. It really just depends. If there's any news tomorrow, I would honestly much rather talk about any news and rumors just because we kind of are in that time. But if I feel like there's not a whole lot to talk about news-wise, I'll do the power rankings. I could also do both. If it's not a whole lot of trade rumors and news, then I could just kind of blend it. So I would like to do it tomorrow night. So be on the lookout tomorrow night. So let's move on to our next story, shall we? Let's move on here. Let's talk. We mentioned earlier the New York Yankees. We had a super chat earlier that talked about Ian Happ. Don't forget, we have Andrew Benintendi out there. And there was a report over the weekend that the Yankees could be emerging as a serious contender for Andrew Benintendi. Now, here's the thing with Andrew Benintendi. The thing with him, man, is... And to me, I don't really care about this very much. You guys can have your opinions on it. I don't really care all that much. Talk about it. You can have your own opinion on this. But Andrew Benintendi, he is not vaccinated, and that's completely okay if he wants to go that route. But for the Yankees right now, I find it interesting because you're in the same division with the Blue Jays, and you're going to be going to Toronto again this year. Does it really matter? I don't know. Is it really that big of a deal? Are we kind of overblowing that? I don't know. But what if they do end up meeting in the playoffs and then you won't, I don't know, if you're going to Toronto, you're not going to have Benintendi. I don't know. I find it weird that the Yankees, I thought they fell out of it. That was a report that we had from about a week and a half ago where Andrew Benintendi was no longer on the Yankees menu. So, I don't know. So now all of a sudden they're considered as serious contenders, according to Mark Feinsand. So taking a look at the tweet here, same thing. The Yankees have emerged as serious contenders. But yeah, here's the thing with the left field situation right now. With the Yankees, you got Joey Gallo, Aaron Hicks. They do mention right here the Yankees could stick with Aaron Hicks. Absolutely, they definitely could. He's not having a bad year. I don't think he's having an amazing season by any means. But taking a look here, Aaron Hicks, left field, pulling up his numbers. He actually left the game today with some hamstring cramping, I guess. But he has a great on-base percentage this year, 358. A 107 WRC plus is not bad. Hitting 234, 6 homers, 29, how many RBIs? 29 RBIs. He's not playing bad defense out there. But if you're looking at someone like Joey Gallo, I mean, Gallo's really not doing anything for you. To me, the only way the Yankees get Benintendi is if they get rid of either Hicks or Gallo, and the most likely guy you're going to get rid of is Gallo because he's going to be a free agent. So, I mean, he's got double-digit home runs, but that's basically all he's doing. He's only got a 351 slugging, 164 batting average. It's so bad. 88 WRC plus. To me, I don't know what you even do with him. Like, it's like, if you send him off to another team, it's like, I mean, you're really not going to get anything for him. You probably get like a prospect in maybe like the 20 to 30 range. I don't think you would really get anything for Gallo. Jimmy Productions, another super chat. The Red Sox should do whatever it takes to get Zach Gallen. I would love Zach Gallen. I would be out of my mind if we got Zach Gallen. I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to do it, but I would love it. Absolutely. The teams have been calling about Zach Gallen, but I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to part with him. But for the Yankees, I really think the only way they're going to be able to do this is you got to get rid of Joey Gallo, and that's going to have to be a separate deal. We did read that report not too long ago that the Yankees were looking for deals with Gallo. So Jimmy Productions, another one. Robbie, are you like the guy from Fever Pitch? I have been told that many, many, many times because I am a teacher. If any of you don't know, I am a teacher full time. I am actually going back to work next week. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday I'm going back to work. I will be teaching 4th grade this year. I'll be teaching 4th grade. So actually, since we're on the topic of that, I'm a little up in the air on what I'm going to be doing at the deadline, because the trade deadline is August 2nd. That's the day I go back to work. Ball with Bobby, 99 super chat. Ball with Bobby. Thank you so much, my friend. I always appreciate the support. But here's the thing with the deadline. I'm a little up in the air. If I get home, if I'm able to get out of there, a little early, I will. I think the deadline is at 4 o'clock. So if I'm not able to go on for like a live stream reaction, then I'm just going to go live that night and just do a reaction, to all the trades that were made. That will probably be a very long stream, most likely. Well, depending on how many trades are made. But I think we're going to see a lot of deals up to the deadline too. But we saw how crazy it got last year at the deadline. I hope so. But, oh, Henry, is it 6 p.m.? Ooh, is the deadline at 6? Ooh, if it's at 6, that could actually really work out. So, yeah, here's the thing. Michael DeSilvio, man, you say here the only right answer is to skip work. I can't skip the first day. It's not the first day of school. It's the first day of our pre-planning week. So we always get 1 week to prepare for the school year. And it's our first day back. Like, I can't really miss that. It's not a good look. I just won't be able to do it. Man, oh man. Great lover of music. One, talk of school makes me cry. I've already cried, my friend. I've already cried. I know your pain. Nick, it should be a holiday. The trade deadline should absolutely be a holiday. Jacob Toon, push back the school year. I absolutely agree. Just cancel the school year. It's fine. But for the Yankees, I find it interesting, Andrew Benintendi, because the recent reports were that they weren't really interested in him anymore just because of, the lack of being able to play in Toronto. I don't know. I think Ian Happ would be a really nice fit for them. Nice bat you can just throw in there. He's going to give you a little bit more. Well, Benintendi and Ian Happ, they're very similar. If you take a look at Benintendi, Happ is going to give you a little bit more power, but Benintendi is going to give you some really good batting average and some on base. And honestly, I actually like that more for the Yankees. With Happ, he's going to give you a decent batting average and on base. He's going to give you a little bit more of a slugging. Benintendi's slugging, if you take a look, 400, while Ian Happ a little higher at 444. So I guess kind of take your pick on that. I don't think you can go wrong with either player. I think Benintendi, what I like about him, the left-handed bat, the power could come up a little bit in Yankee Stadium. Ian Happ is a switch hitter. Happ is going to cost you a little bit more because he has another year of control. So Benintendi is going to be much cheaper. So you know, it's I wouldn't be surprised to see the Yankees emerge for him. But I'd say we can keep our eyes on this. I'm very intrigued about this story here with the Yankees and Andrew Benintendi. So, moving on here. We actually do have here a, hold on one second here. I gotta change this. What happened to my picture? Here we go. So we have an interesting story out there. We have an interesting one. Most likely this is not going to happen. But I do find it very intriguing that this player, his team is getting some phone calls about him. Getting some phone calls. Let's go take a look at this. Here we go. Alrighty. So here we are. Let's talk. Oh, wait, hold on. Where did it go? Here we go. Let's talk a little Shohei Ohtani here. The Angels getting some phone calls on Shohei Ohtani. What the heck is going on here with Shohei Ohtani? Oh my goodness. Let's take a look. John Morosi had the tweet yesterday. MLB teams are calling the Angels to express trade interest in Shohei Ohtani, but the Angels are indicating they have no plans to move the superstar before the August 2nd trade deadline. I've already made a video. Should the Angels trade Shohei Ohtani? I think the Angels should just get rid of everyone. That franchise is an absolute dumpster fire. You got two good players, and that's it. So, sell everyone. Here we go. Let's go. Let me just pull up here. I don't know. What's a team? Let's do the Dodgers. They'll never trade him to the Dodgers. Artie Moreno would never do it. But let's just use them as an example. Ohtani, as you can see, $107.6 million. He's not Juan Soto value, but a very good value. So, and taking a look here, let me actually pull up Ohtani's numbers. And with Ohtani, and you got to remember here, and I've been hearing people say, like, oh, this isn't nearly enough value for Shohei Ohtani. Are you kidding me? This is $107 million. He is 28 years old. Okay, he's not Juan Soto's age. Juan Soto is 5 years younger. And Ohtani's a free agent after next season. And even with those two things, he has a value of 107.6. I had comments on that video saying, oh, this calculator, these values aren't correct. Ohtani should have a much higher value than this. I'm like, are you serious? He's 28 years old, and he has one more year until free agency after this season. Hello? I mean, he has that much of a value? Are you kidding me? Like, come on now. Like, Rafael Devers is 26 years old. I understand Rafael Devers cannot pitch. I get that. But Rafael Devers is one of the best hitters in the game. He has a $60 million value. He's younger than Ohtani. You know? Just saying. Ohtani has a huge value for what his circumstances are. A year and a half away until free agency, and he's 28 years old. 28 is not old by any means, but it's not, 23, 24 with a few years of control. So I think this is a very good value for him. But if you were to look at the Dodgers, just for an example, you could send over Cartaya right there. Bam, you're already closing up the gap. Let's send over a little bit of Bobby Miller. Let's send a little Michael Busch. And those three players for Shohei Ohtani, that gets it done, at least according to the calculator. You can always change up players based off team needs, team philosophies, organizational needs, whatever it may be. So this is just giving you an idea that these three players, value-wise, could get you Shohei Ohtani. So I wonder, to be honest with you, if I'm the Angels, I'm taking phone calls, but I don't see Artie Moreno really doing it. It's just, I don't know. They look at Ohtani. This guy brings in jersey sales. This guy is selling tickets. People come to the ballpark to watch Shohei Ohtani. Every time this guy is on the mound, people are there. They're buying tickets. They're watching Ohtani because they want to see him pitch and they want to see him hit. So I'm just saying. Ohtani, I don't see the Angels doing it. I do find it interesting that they're getting phone calls, but Artie Moreno, he's laughing these people off of the phone. I don't think that's a great, I don't know, because to me it's like the Angels, you got Trout and Ohtani. I know Trout's been hurt, but dude, you're not winning with these guys. Your team is a dumpster fire. I don't understand it. Where are the Angels at right now in terms of the standings? I mean, they're 10.5 out of the wild card. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Like, I'm so sick of this Angels team. They were looking really good at one point. And, but Ohtani, I just don't think he's going to go anywhere. I just think from a business standpoint, not going to happen. Aiden Riggle, bro, I'm telling you, Soto will be a Pirate. If Juan Soto went to the Pittsburgh Pirates, I would lose my mind. Could they get a deal done if you were to do in terms of prospects? They're not going to do it. Let me actually just see really quick. Could the Pirates actually do it? Let's see. I mean, they got tons of prospects. Let's take a look. Nationals. Let's share the screen. Let's take a look here. I mean, yeah, you could definitely do it. So, you'd have to give up either Hayes or Cruz. Could you imagine? That's tough. Who are you? If you're a Pirates fan and you have a chance to get Soto, who are you going to give up? You got to give up one of those guys. You have to. Do you give up Hayes? Cruz? Let's put Cruz. I know that might sound very sad, but I don't know. Actually, they might have a pretty tough time. I mean, you'd have to send over Davis. I don't see the Pirates doing this. There's no way they do it. No. Honestly, I think you'd have to do Hayes. Yeah, you'd have to do Hayes. He's your highest valued player. He's the one that closes the gap. Yeah, the Pirates aren't going to do this. They have built up the top of their farm system. Yeah, they're not going to do this. So, Brian Hayes is in the chat saying, don't give me up. Come on, man. You're going out for Juan Soto. That would be an honor. If I was a player in the major leagues and I was told I was going back to the Nationals in a Juan Soto trade, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm feeling pretty good. I got traded for Juan Soto. Okay. I'm feeling all right. Feeling all right. But let's move on here. We have another story. Let's talk about Luis Castillo. What's going on with Luis Castillo lately? It's looking like the Dodgers might be getting in. But actually, I want to take a look here. The Yankees were sending some scouts to watch Luis Castillo. I know I just mentioned the Dodgers here, but the Yankees. MLB Network is reporting that the Yankees are sending some of their scouts to Cincinnati on Wednesday to catch a glimpse of the Reds' ace. My goodness. MLB News Network. Yankees are sending scouts if he is not dealt prior to then. Talks around the right-handed pitcher are heating up quickly, and many believe he will be moved sooner rather than later. I mean, we're getting close here. We're almost within a week. But the Dodgers, they've been in on Castillo. And remember last time, we talked about the Houston Astros were showing some interest as well. So taking a look here at this article. This is on Inside the Dodgers. This is on Fan Nation. Castillo might be the prize target around the league this trade deadline, and that means the Dodgers will have to compete with some other big market teams looking to acquire the superstar pitcher. One of the teams, as it turns out, is the Houston Astros. Look what they did here. Oh my goodness. They put an asterisk right there. Are you kidding me? Sure, they're not in the division, but they're still a rival. Many Dodgers fans still have nothing good to say. Why are they doing this? Can we just let it go? Come on now. But the Dodgers, they have been making some phone calls about Luis Castillo. You can also go take a look at, what channel is this again? I forget I've seen him many times. I always forget the name of his channel though. Is it Dodgers Nation? Yeah, Dodgers Nation. That's right. So if you want Dodgers news, this is the dude you want to go look for. This guy's just digging up all the news, man. Look at that polo he's wearing, man. He's got an All-Star Game polo. good for him, man. I would love to go to an All-Star game. But the Dodgers, they have been emerging in talks with him. The Yankees are sending scouts. The Astros have shown some interest. Are these the three teams it's going to come down to for Luis Castillo? My pick is the Yankees. I could definitely see the Dodgers as well. I think Frankie Montas is going to be the next guy to go. Castillo is going to be the first guy because Montas has been he's been having some shoulder issues as of late. So I think with him, teams want to see him pitch a little bit more. Castillo is showing that he is completely healthy. He was just in the All-Star game. He just pitched great at Yankee Stadium not too long ago. I think Luis Castillo, man, is definitely could go. We've seen some early trades. We got to remember, going back to last year, we saw some deals within a few days prior of the deadline. So I definitely could see Luis Castillo going. I think teams, they want to add him to their rotation. So I think Luis Castillo, man, he's going to be really solid. Let's go take a look at the numbers with him. Okay, did I pick the right Castillo? Okay, good. I always pick the former Luis Castillo of the Florida Marlins and New York Mets. But Luis Castillo, he's having himself a really good season. Remember, he started off the year hurt, but 13 starts, a 2.77 ERA, 82 Ks over 78 innings. He's got a pretty nice looking FIP, 3.04. You want Luis Castillo on your team. Remember, he kind of struggled last year, but he's really gotten himself back on track this year. Remember, he had a very bad first month in the year of 2021. He's looked great all year this year. But I am very excited to see where he ends up going. My pick is going to be the Yankees. That's what I'm thinking, man. I think he's going to end up with the Yankees. But then again, it's the Yankees. They tend, so many players make so much sense for the Yankees, and then they just never pull the trigger. So to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind, or not mind, but I wouldn't doubt the Dodgers getting in on this. If you take a look at the Dodgers rotation as of right now, taking a look here at the Dodgers, right now they're looking okay when it comes to starting pitching. Everyone's looking pretty healthy. Andrew Heaney, he's going to be returning in a couple of days. Kershaw, Gonsolin, you got Mitch White in there as well, Tyler Anderson, Urias. So their rotation is looking pretty healthy, and Heaney is coming back as well. So you could just throw him right into this rotation. And if you're taking a look at the Yankees as well, now who would be the odd man out? I don't know. I guess you could put Heaney in the bullpen. But if you're looking at the Yankees rotation as of right now, Cole, Cortez, Montgomery, Herman, and Tyone. And then Luis Severino, he's got the strained lat. Remember with Severino, he had the same injury a few years ago. And taking a look at Severino, when you go back to that, he ended up missing about a couple of months. So that, to me, I could see the Yankees being motivated about that. You could just throw Herman into the bullpen if you really wanted to. How's Herman looking so far? He had one start. He went 3 innings. He got rocked in that game. What was that? That was against the Astros a few days ago. The Yankees got swept by them. Looking like the Astros might be making a push for the #1 spot in the power rankings. It's really looking like it, man. That Astros team, man, they're so good. But Herman, he got just thumped the other day. So I was saying, man, I remember Castillo. I did my video, one trade for each team by the deadline, and to me, Castillo, he needs to be in this rotation. If the Yankees want to go for it this year, this is the chessmate kind of a move. I think they need to. I think they need to go for a bullpen guy too. They've been getting some injuries in this bullpen. Let's actually go to this. My goodness. So Michael King, he's out for the year. Michael King, that's so disappointing, man. Oh, he was having a phenomenal year, man. Fractured elbow. This dude was nuts, man. I think, honestly, they should go after David Robertson. You got Chad Green, who had to get Tommy John. Britton's not coming back. I mean, goodness gracious. Miguel Castro, he's out. I don't know. You got no one. You've lost so many guys. How crazy is it that Chapman is a middle reliever in that bullpen? That is nuts, man. The Yankees, they got some moves to make. They got a team good enough to win this, but they need to make a couple of moves. I think getting Castillo and Robertson would really shore up this rotation and the bullpen as well. Maybe not. You don't have to go after Robertson, but I think if you can go after a decent arm for that bullpen, I think it's going to be really worth it for the Yankees in the long run. If we're taking a look at Castillo here, looking over here. So right now, Castillo, he's going to be around $41 million. So if you were to do a trade, let's just do it to the Yankees. Let's see what it would take. Let's take a look-see. All right, Castillo to the Yankees. It already looks pretty good if you ask me. You'd have to get rid of the goatee. But you don't have to give up Volpe for him. That's done. I don't know. I feel like the Yankees, they keep saying Peraza's off limits. So you could do it without Peraza. You could do Pereira. I wonder if they would want Dominguez. I don't know. You probably have to do someone like Waldichuk. You got Wesneski. And you probably got one more guy that could go back. So, I don't know. Send back Medina. And there you go. You could do this without Peraza and Volpe, at least in terms of value. Now, do the Reds want this package? 3 pitchers and an outfielder? I don't know. Christopher Like, what's going on? Do you see the Athletics trading rookie AJ Puck? Probably not. They're probably going to hang on to these young guys that are under control. I don't see it. I think they end up hanging on to him, honestly. Try to look up some numbers here with Puck. I haven't seen his numbers for a little while. He's looking pretty good, though. 36 games. Wow, he's been great. 2.27 ERA, 3.02 FIP. To me, I think you're hanging on to AJ Puck for the long haul, man. He's a free agent, or he's not a free agent until 2027. But yeah, Christopher Like, I think the Diamondbacks, the Athletics are going to hang on to him. I don't see them trading him. But he's really emerging. Could end up being a closer down the road. You know, he was a starter, but right now, just the way he's pitching, he's looking great. So, Luis Castillo, there you go. Here's a trade for the Yankees. It's not the sexiest package out there, but that sounds kind of weird. There's a weird combination of words right there. But, yeah, this is what you're looking at with Castillo, around $40 million worth of value. So, everyone, before I do get out of here, I do just want to mention one thing, because we got 583 people in here. I do just want to mention that this coming Wednesday, I made this announcement the other night, but I am pretty excited about this. And this is a huge honor. Honestly, no, I do not want to click that one. Here we go. So, sharing the screen. Everyone, I will be the featured content creator for the MLB Game of the Week on YouTube. I'm pretty amazed about it, like that I was picked for this. Yeah. So, come on out for the game on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing like a 5-minute interview before the game. We're going to talk about my channel and everything there. And I will be I guess they'll feature me in some ways, like during the game as well. Pretty good game here, Twins and Brewers. I'm pretty excited to be a part of it. But yeah, come check out the game. It's at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, I will be the featured YouTube content creator for the MLB Game of the Week this Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So, it's a huge honor. What a crazy time it's been. We just got to 25,000 subscribers. Featured content creator for the Game of the Week. It's been a crazy ride lately, man. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. But everyone, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm exhausted. I stuck to the goal. I was sticking to around an hour for tonight, and we met that goal. But everyone, on your way out, if you can, just hit that like button for me. It really helps the algorithm. It's going to help this stream get more views for people that weren't able to come in live tonight. It'll help it pop up on their recommended videos. So, everyone, go have yourself a good night. Again, I'll try to be back tomorrow night for the power rankings. I want to upload a video tomorrow. I got to do the Red Sox podcast tomorrow morning as well. So Red Sox fans, whoever else, come on out for that tomorrow morning. I will be talking about the Red Sox series this past weekend. I am going to cry myself to sleep about that. But if you want to hear me talk about that series, come on out tomorrow morning. But everyone, have yourself a great night, and I'll talk to you next time.